Hello my friend, and welcome back to another class with me. My name is Monika and I do yin yoga and full moon meditations. So if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and like this video so that way I can continue making more for you. Today we're going to be working on our low back as well as doing some twists that will help open us up, especially our third eye chakra. So we're going to be focusing on this area today. So let's start today in a seated position with your legs out in front, and you're just gonna move your weight forward and back, just getting to know our legs, getting to know how they feel, where do we hold our tension or some tightness. And you can also just lift one knee and then lower the other to just get to know also that movement, and also just move forward and back, forward and back. And then today we are doing a yin practice with more twists, so that way we can detoxify our body, also clear our mind, and just open ourselves to this new day, to this new week. So let's begin with grabbing our calves, and you can just lightly press on them, or you can give them a massage. And so the trick to this pose is to keep your chest high and then bend from the lower back. You're also more than welcome to bend your knees, so that way you are supporting that low back. And then if for some reason this is still pretty unbearable for you, you can grab a block and put them under your knees, so that way you can just relax the legs and then focus on lowering yourself through the low back. And then as we're here, reaching for our back ankles or our calves, allowing the head just to sink just a tiny bit, just relaxing the upper body as well as relaxing the lower body, bringing our body into this oneness of this feeling of the present moment. So breathe in through the nose and exhale out. If you'd like a deeper stretch, you can flex your feet. So it might be easy to forget about your feet, but let's try to activate them by flexing them. So breathe in through the nose and exhale out. Breathe in and breathe out. Just focusing in on what you did just before, tuning in with me. How did you feel? Who were you with? Were you irritated, happy? What led you here to this moment with me? Try to just ease into this pose, listening to your surroundings. Maybe you want to play on a different playlist. Look for some new releases on Spotify. Maybe you want to switch up genres. Go for maybe something more classical or even heavy metal. What is it that you are craving right now? Breathe in and breathe out. And just as a reminder, in yin yoga we are holding our poses for about 3 to 5 minutes, sometimes longer. So if you feel uncomfortable, simply just get out of the pose, shake it out, and then readjust yourself. So bending through that low back and then gently lowering your head. And then we're not slouching completely. You want to just keep your head high as you are lowering your neck. Breathe in and breathe out, and keep engaging your feet, keep flexing them. Breathe in and breathe out. And the longer that we're in this pose, maybe you feel that you can remove your blocks now. So if you want to remove your blocks, you can do that. And that way you can just try to play with the different levels of going deeper into the pose. It's nice to do a warm-up where we're using our props, and then we can don't have to use them. But it's perfectly okay if we are using them for the whole time. I personally like to use them because it makes me feel more supported and more, I guess, more assured that I'm not overstraining myself, or I'm not going to cause an injury. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. So then slowly let's shake out the legs. And then you're going to bring your right leg up a little bit, and we're going to do a twist. Twisting over to the right side. And then you can also grab your block, and you can put that underneath your wrist, your right hand, so that way you can work on bringing your chest higher. Again, flexing our left leg here, so we completely engage through our left leg, which will help us lift higher. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And each time you exhale, try to look a little bit more to the back wall. Looking more to the back wall and focusing on this twist that you're in. Noticing how maybe your heart rate is rising up a bit. Maybe it could be a little bit more difficult to breathe. Just notice how you feel and try to ask Earth for support, for Earth to support you right now in this moment. Breathe in and breathe out. So we're working our shoulder as well as creating a twist in our spine and massaging our digestive organs. All good things to help us release toxins. And toxins can be stagnant thoughts, or they could be physical toxins like from alcohol or fast food. Perhaps maybe your stomach has been hurting. These twists are really beneficial. So breathe in and breathe out. If you'd like, you can even bring your left hand up. Again, you can use that block for more support. Whole key is to not slouch the whole body. And using these props, using the part of engaging your left leg, foot, bringing the energy up all the way up through the head. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Let's come back to center, shaking it out and switching sides. So you can bring the block behind you, taking the breath and then twisting over. Breathing and twisting. So you may feel that maybe this side is a bit more tight. So what you can do if your body is slightly more tight in one area is to breathe into those areas. Again, let's focus on our form by flexing the right leg and sending our energy from the foot all the way up to the top of our head. And as we twist, we are twisting a bit more. And you don't want to force it where it feels uncomfortable. Slowly but surely, you can move the block slightly more to the back of the wall. Inhale and exhale. Just finding this sweet spot for your shoulders, so that way it feels comfortable. Engaging through your chest, lifting the chest, smiling, and realizing that we're here in this moment together. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Very good. Breathe in and breathe out. And today I decided to wear my Polish t-shirt. I am Polish, and a little fun fact about me. And because I talk a lot about connecting with nature, I can teach you one word today. And the word for tree in Polish is drzewo. So if you want to repeat that, you can say drzewo. drzewo. So that means tree in Polish. So little fun fact for you for today about me. And I was FaceTiming with my mom just earlier, and she was surprised that I was wearing this t-shirt. Well, I was about to paint, but I decided to record a video for you instead. So if you want to repeat that word again, think about a tree. Noticing what kind of tree comes up for you. Is it a big oak tree? Is it a maple tree, a bamboo tree, maybe an avocado tree or a papaya tree, a palm tree? What kind of tree pops up in your head right now? And think about it and try to repeat it in Polish. Drzewo. Drzewo. Bringing the energy from the drzewo into our body and into our roots. Breathe in and breathe out. Trees are very grounding for us, so if you're ever outside taking a walk and you notice a tree and it has a certain energy where you feel like it's calling out to you, it means that there is a message for you. So you can take a few breaths, look at the tree, maybe even touch the tree, and just listen. Listen to whatever messages that may come up. Those messages could be something that you've never thought about, or maybe something that has come through for you, but you've maybe neglected or forgotten. So the tree is simply a reminder that there are things that our body is craving to do. And this tree, because it's so grounded in itself, it's reminding to you to become back to your true self. So we're going to think the drzewo, think the tree. Right now, the one that's come up to us in our mind, I'm seeing a big oak tree. A very big tree with lots of different branches. It's very full, very green. And I'm going to thank this drzewo, thank this tree for its energy, for grounding me, helping me in this pose, feeling more grounded through my bum and through my 7th chakra, my crown. So activating my intuition and my connection with my true self. Okay, let's slowly untwist, shaking it out, and we're just going to take a few relaxing stretches. So coming more forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. And now we're just going to twist over to a pigeon pose. So bringing our right leg in front and our left more in back. And again, you can take your blocks and you can rest here if you are a little bit higher. So sometimes, we can't go all the way down, but maybe you're more up here. You can take a block and place it down here and also here, and then you could slowly come down. So that's going to help you alleviate that. Maybe you want to play with the levels, and the levels can also help give you that support. But if you are feeling more flexible today, you can take your blocks out and you can try to go deeper into the pose. And by coming down to your forehead, you can use the block to rest your forehead on the floor or on it, or you can take the block away and completely extend out with your arms to the front of the mat. Then you can look to the back, you can flex your toes, or you can completely release them. I personally like to have them flexed because it helps support my knee. And if you feel that your knee needs a bit more support, simply just roll your mat up or take a blanket and put it underneath your knee. So let's breathe in through the nose and exhale out. Breathe in through the nose and exhale out. Wherever you are, again, we can bring in a tree energy, that drzewo energy. And if you want to think of a different tree, maybe another tree is going to pop up into your head. So visualize yourself under a tree. What does this tree look like? How big is it? How thick is it? What kind of texture does it have? Are there other trees around, or is it the only tree? Are there any ants around you? Are there any birds? Maybe some fruit or some flowers? What is it that you smell? Try to bring all of your senses in now as you're sitting under this tree. Saying hello to everybody, saying hello to the treble. Breathe in and breathe out. As you exhale, try to sink further into the earth, further into the surface that you're on. Grounding ourselves like we are next to this tree. And sometimes you may notice that when you're in the zone or when you're meditating, you feel this huge energy shift where you feel more calm, or you feel like you've forgotten about time. That's essentially what grounding is. Just returning to our roots, returning to our true self. Forgetting about our worries, our troubles, our day-to-day tasks. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And try to listen to this tree that you're sitting under. What kind of message does it have for you? What kind of tone is it talking to you in? Is it more feminine? Is it more masculine? Is it childish? Or is it more like an elderly figure? What does this tree sound like? And how does it make you feel when it talks to you? Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. So I come out of the pose, thanking the treble, thanking the tree. Coming back up, bringing your shoulders back. So when you bring your shoulders back, you may feel a deeper stretch in that psoas muscle. That's good. And slowly come on out into a tabletop. I'm just going to move your hips side to side. And we're going to drop the belly, look up for a cat-cow stretch. Bringing it all in. And then dropping the belly, lifting the belly. Let's lift up to a down dog. And then just shift the weight from your toes, bringing one knee in and then lengthening it. And then let's switch sides, bringing the left leg in. Adjusting yourself. Looking back, making sure that leg is straight. Curling the toes if you need to. Again, if you need to adjust yourself, if you're maybe more up here in the pose, just use the blocks and allow yourself to sit on the blocks. If you're ready for that deeper stretch, then let's bring the block in front of you and then rest your forehead on it. And you don't want to be, on your left side or your left thighs. You want to be more in the center. So that way you feel the stretches in the psoas muscle. Because when we're leaning on one side, we aren't engaging the correct muscles. And again, breathe in through the nose and breathe out. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out. And then as you're in this pose, maybe just try to visualize this week, what what kind of tasks you need to do, what things you need to check off of your list. And as you visualize yourself doing these activities or these chores or errands, try to bring in that tree energy, that drevo energy with you. That feeling of groundedness, that feeling of presence, the feeling of feeling all of the surroundings around you. So as if you are doing grocery shopping, visualize yourself with what you can hear. Is there a music playing in the background? What are other people talking about when you pass them? Is there any noises when you pick up a pasta box or a rice or fruit? Be completely present in your visualizations, listening to all your surroundings, listening and listening. Listening as you are being grounded, as you are more grounded. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. As you are visualizing, do you notice a presence with you as you visualize? Who is with you? Does this energy feel familiar? And notice that it is the energy from the drevo, from the tree. It is also the energy of your true self. Anything around, you are surrounded with your true self, guiding you in your decisions, guiding you to be more present. Whether it's an ant that you see, whether it's a leaf that falls from the tree, whether it's a noise with a box falling, or a wind that passes. These are all objects, these are all things that help us become more present. Nature is always talking to us. And all we have to do is listen. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Excellent. Let's come out of the pose here. Again, just lifting our shoulders, pulling them back, just engaging that right psoas muscle. Good. And then coming onto our tabletop again, just shaking it out and dropping our belly, looking up, rounding it all in. And again. And one more time. Good. Let's come into center. And you can massage your outer hips here. Just being thankful for our legs, for functioning. And I just found a deep spot. So breathe into the places where you feel that soreness and the tightness. And if you felt a benefit, be sure to share with some of your friends, whether it's just one or a few. I'm sure that they'll also feel as great as you do now. And be sure to check out my website for my art, as well as my Instagram, Island Awakening, for the process of how I make my art. And be sure to like, subscribe, and comment to how you feel. And if you want to learn more Polish words, drop that also in the comment, and I'll be sure to translate them for you.